guys, and welcome back. I am the Seven Swords. We are literally just picking up right where we left off. We're working our way up towards the throat of the world, the top of the summit, to meet with Parthenex, to speak with him on a dragon shout called Dragon Rend, which is supposed to help us defeat Alduin. We currently are using the Clear Sky shout to blast away these howling winds in order to make our way to the summit.
No. Look.
And here we are, the throat of the world. Peak of Skyrim. There's nobody up here.
Greetings, Wunderneek. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
I can say I was not expecting a dragon.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan?
I don't like how it didn't give me the.
On my meditation.
I don't like how it didn't give me the opportunity. I wish to learn a shout. The Greybeards can't teach it to me, but I need to know it. I wish to learn Dragon Rend. Can you teach me?
Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove.
Sorry for pausing you, Parthenex.
By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. Why do you intrude here if not for Tinvak? A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do. Now, show me what you can do.
Let's make sure I know it. We have spent a long time waiting for this one, ladies and gentlemen. We now have the final word of Fire Breath.
Me not as mortal, but as Dova.
You'll.
Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. Ah, I had expected you, Proda.
Parthenex? I think I broke him. I think I broke him, ladies and gentlemen. Where'd he go? I think he took off to land over there. Here he comes. He got a little excited over the whole me speaking to him as a.
So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dovahsos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
As I stated before, I need to learn Dragon Rend.
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
Greybeards wouldn't have wanted me to come at all. They say that they say that Dragon Rend is evil, that I shouldn't learn it. But I need it. I don't wish to go against the Greybeards. But to fight Alduin, I must have Dragon Rend.
Yes, they are very protective of me, Bahlan Fadon. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
The shroud is truly lost then. There's no way for me to learn it.
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I needed to stop Alduin. In order to face Alduin, I need Dragon Rend.
Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with Firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
I like this world. I'm not finished with it yet.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa? Lean Vokeen? Would you stop the next world from being born?
The next world will have to take care of itself, just as our world had to take care of itself. It is the way of the worlds.
Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the World?
I like the fact that they put this answer in because of comedy's sake, but oops.
But few
Well, we'll go with that one.
remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated.
They must have used the dragon shout. They must have used Dragon Rend.
Yes and no. Vik Nuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him.
That's a good point.
The Nords of those days used the Dragon Rend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
The scrolls can do that? So they sent him forward. The ancient Nords sent Alduin forward in time for us to defeat him.
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with
The reason why I kept them.
that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragon Rend from those who created it.
I have the Elder Scroll, Parthenex. I'm ready.
You have it. The Kell, the Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos. Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then. Fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the signs.
Alright, now we have to use the Elder Scroll inside of this little distortion. This was the reason why we kept the Elder Scroll. I believe it is Dragon. I don't believe it is Sun or Blood. I do believe we have to read Dragon. Second time traveling in this Let's Play.
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krivolf Akrin. Die now in vain. For Skyrim!
Do I get the soul?
Hakon! A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
Battle below goes ill. If Aldun does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Aldun hang back? You've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Golthor, Sori, Birko.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Veldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. If you are right, I will not need
We
it.
will deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Him hint paliv, su'u hinda.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
What have we done? What twisted worlds have you created? Tardes arms, my teeth to his neck. But first, dear Kumar died. Move, fate, to feed my power I come in southern heart.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. You feel the worst kind, worm. I see it in your eyes. Skyrim will be free!
Nope.
Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Be gone, World Eater. My words with older bones than your own. We break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We shout you out from all our endings up to the last. You are banished!
Work. Did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
Alright, so we have just learned Dragonrend. Let's go ahead and take a look. I will be adding it to the list, although so we now know Dragonrend. Mortal, finite, temporary. The voice lashes out at a dragon's very soul, forcing the beast to land. Now, I'm gonna pause it here for a second. We're gonna find out the one in a second, but I want to get this. I want to talk about what a couple of things that just happened in my mind versus what the game's going on. When Sarra absorbed the final breath of fire from Parthenex, I believe that it's such a pure shout being learned from Parthenex. It's such a pure power that it overwhelmed Sarah's senses, and that even her eyes would have glowed with flame for a moment. It was then as she was prepping herself to fight, that she learned Dragonrend, that she felt the evil of Dragonrend. We're going to go over it more, but I want to make sure I point that out, because this is going to explain why Sarra changes her attitude slightly for the rest of the game, but not too much. Now, I'm going to try something, and I don't know if this is going to work. Because it's very unlikely that it's not going to. It's very unlikely that it's going to. I'm actually going to try and defeat Alduin without using Dragonrend. I want to know if it's possible, because technically Dragonrend just forces him to the ground. It doesn't make him weaker, it doesn't make him vulnerable, it just forces him to the ground. I want to know if I can defeat him without Dragonrend. So I'm going to be equipping Relentless Storm here, and we're going to see.
You are too late, Alduin. Use Dragonrend if you know it.
So I do think he does. I do think that Alduin's a little different from most dragons. I think he does have the immortality.
Ooh, Kadi!
So we're going to go ahead and equip Dragon Aspect.
Jur? Zaku!
I might be wrong, because I'm not going to sit here and try for very long, but I might.
All? Hador!
And he flies away. The main reason I was trying to figure that out was it never says that you have to use it, so I was always curious, can you kill Alduin without it and technically, like, don't need to be Dragonborn to defeat him? Technically, you don't need to be Dragonborn if you need it, because, well, we'll get into that once we defeat Alduin permanently in the game and get closer to the ending of this. I want to talk to Partha next before we leave.
You truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory.
I need to find out where Alduin went.
Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Mahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies,
The Earl of Whiterun might not think so.
Yes, but your Soom is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need.
Probably. You are the master of the Greybeards. They've been teachers and they've taught me. Would you offer to train? Do you offer others a chance to train here?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
You meditate on the words of power? I've meditated on them before, but how do you do it?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
We're gonna go with Yol. I normally go with Fus because Fus Roda is makes so much sense. But Yol is fire, and Sarra has taken a deeper meaning to this in herself over over her journey.
In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your Sum, in your breath. Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare?
Dragon's Reach was held. I guess we'll talk to him about this. I think she's heard of this before.
You understand. I used to visit him from
We're gonna move through this pretty quickly.
nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkossayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
Darn. We are going to have to come back up here. We're also technically going to have to go see go see the Blades again. I believe that Sarah's going to go see the Blades next. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to go straight to the Blades. Oh yeah, we got the quest to capture a dragon in Dragon's Reach. We're going to go see the Blades first. I will go into detail of why. Actually, I'll go into detail of why now. Sarra has decided that she wants the Blades to be there to fight with her against Alduin. So she wants the Blades to fight beside her. Even if it's only the 2 of them. But she does want as many of her allies as she can get to fight him. Now, I'm doing this because I want to get a certain line from Parthenex, according for us to talk more deeply about it. But in my mind, Sarra would go to the Greybeards. She wouldn't go to the Greybeards because the Greybeards are just teachers. She would go to the Imperials. She would go to the Jarl. She would go to basically all of the groups that she's in charge of in order to gain some of them to fight against this dragon and pin this dragon down so that she can force it to basically take her. Now, some people might ask, why not just use Bend Will? Because wouldn't the Bend Will shout force him to do whatever she wants? I don't think Bend Will would cause. I don't think Bend Will would work because I think it overshadows the dragon's mind, so the dragon wouldn't be able to remember how to get there. At least that's my way of explaining it for why they don't do it and why you can't. I can't just use Bend Will. At least I don't think I can. I'm going to try to use Bend Will. I don't think it works on any of the story dragons. So it doesn't work on Parthenex, it doesn't work on Alduin, and it doesn't work on any of the dragons that are part of the story. I do not know where these two are. They might be outside training. Unless they're at High Hrothgar. Because normally they go to, normally you take them to there to do the peace treaty, but we don't have to do that because of the war being over already.
Dream. In the dream I was standing someplace high up, a tower or a mountain. It was always just before dawn. The whole world was in darkness. Then came the flash of light, just on the horizon, within the clouds that mark the border between worlds. It could have been lightning, but there was no thunder. In the dream, the sense of foreboding grew. But I could never wake up. Then it came again, this time more distinct, closer. Definitely not lightning now, it was orange, brilliant orange. The color of hearth and dawn. And a sound, too, distinct and indistinct. Not thunder, something else. Something I should recognize, but in the dream I cannot place it. I want to leave my high place to seek shelter from what I don't yet know. In the manner of dreams, I cannot escape. I'm forced to wait and watch. Then, finally, realization and horror arrive together. The orange is flame, heat. The sound, the roar, a challenge in their ancient tongue. But now it's too late for escape. The dragon is upon me, fire and darkness descending like a thunderbolt. And not just any dragon, but the dragon, Aldrin, the World Eater, the dragon who devours both the living and the dead. And then I would wake up and hope that it was just a dream, but know that it was not.
What's happened? Did you find a way to learn the Dragon Wren shout?
I used Dragon on Alduin, but he escaped.
Esbern should be able to help. He spent his whole life poring over every old book he could find about dragons and that prophecy. He's been digging around the records the Blades left here too, but we can talk about that later. Esbern should be able to help. He spent his whole life poring over every old book he could find.
Is it not gonna do it?
Did you find the Elder Scroll? What happened when you took it back to the throat of the world?
Wow, I didn't even tell you about that, Esbern. You got a spy watching me?
He must have returned to Sovngarde to feed on the souls of the dead. If you don't find him soon, he'll return stronger than ever.
I have a plan. I'm going to trap a dragon at Dragon's Reach.
The Jarl's palace in Whiterun? Ah, yes. The old stone.
Although it might be difficult to persuade the Jarl to allow you to use his palace as a dragon trap.
I forgot to talk to the
I'm
Greybeards.
sure you'll manage, though. If you can defeat the World Eater, surely sweet talk. I'm afraid there's a further problem, a serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is.
Now, I'm not going to say this. She's just gonna ask him. He's discovered what? She would not betray Parthenex's secret. Not like that. And she knows that it's a secret. You discovered what?
Who's a dragon? Not just any dragon, but the right hand of Aldrin, responsible for many atrocities during the ancient Dragon War. The Blades had been hunting him for centuries, but he was protected by the Greybeards, and then the Emperors. Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a Blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort.
We have nothing to talk about until Parthenax is dead.
Parthenex, Delphine.
Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us.
Delphine, the choice is not easy. It's one that I can barely stand, but the truth is, the choice is quite simple. Screw off! I've been waiting the entire playthrough to do that. Oh, it's exactly how I feel too. We're going back to the third of the world. Oh, I hate the blades because of that. And that to me is what truly is what Ongirn was saying. He is 100% right. The Blades don't care about the Dragonborn. All those two idiots care about is killing dragons. All they care about is that. We're going to talk to Parthenex real quick, just to get some, just so I can continue, but like I said.
Greetings.
I just got done with talking with the Blades. They say you deserve to die. What are your thoughts?
The Blades are wise not to trust me. Only Khan Niov. I would not trust another Dova.
You wouldn't trust another... Why shouldn't they trust you? Why shouldn't you trust other Dova?
Dov Walan Farel. We were made to dominate. The will to power is in our blood. You feel it in yourself, do you not?
But I
can be trusted. I know this, but they do not. Only Khan Niov Dova. It is always wise to mistrust a Dova. I have overcome my nature only through meditation and long study of the way of the voice. No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimgrif Horvut se suyech. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort?
Alright. Now that we've heard Parthenex say that, we're going to go back to High Hrothgar for a second. We're going to go inside and talk to the Greybeards for a hot second. And I mean a hot second. It's only going to be in there for a few seconds. I want to find Oldir and see what he has to say on this matter before we move on. Obviously, I'm not killing Parthenex. If you guys weren't completely convinced by me shouting both Delphine and Esbern to the ground, I'd kill both of them if it was an option. But they're both story-driven characters. It's got to be kept. So, yeah. Wolfgar. I'm finding every Greybeard except the Greybeard I need. Where are you, Ongir? I might need to donate to him again, because I know it's been a minute. I also noticed that I'm under the impression that the lightning, that the unrelenting storm is actually apparently considered a dragon shout, because I think that's why we get our points from Kine when we are using it. Where is he? Can't find him in a few seconds. I'm gonna pause it and I'll see if I can find him off camera. If I can't find him off camera, we'll just head off. I did want to talk to him though. That's an ish. Where is? Maybe we can find him with the word of power. We have that word of power that's basically the detect life shout. Here we go. I only see the three of them. Where is Ongir? Is he out? Oh wait, is he outside? Is it possible that he's outside? I didn't think he'd be outside. I didn't think they'd go outside unless I was outside. just heard him shout. Is he up there? Is there like a scene I've never seen before? Wait a minute, this might be good.
Alduin? We heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him?
Yes, but he escaped. I need to find his portal to
I
Sovngarde.
feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle.
I'm going to try and capture a dragon if Balgruuf will help me.
Ah, Dragon's Reach. There are many difficulties, but I cannot think of a better plan. Although I fear the Jarl may not be easy to persuade. Remember, the way of the voice trains you for more than battle. Indeed, we believe that battle is the least of its uses. May the strength and truth of your voice serve you well. Breath and focus.
I needed to talk to you also. I wanted to be honest with you. The Blades. They've asked me to kill Parthenex.
Now you see why I warned you against them. Bloodthirsty barbarians.
But is it true what they said? Was he Alduin's ally?
Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be. If not for Parthenex, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thu'um.
Don't worry, Angir. I'm not gonna kill Parthenex. I couldn't dream of doing that.
Kinnereth has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear. Breath and focus.
Breath and focus. Alright. So, a lot for Sarra to think on now. I've never seen him doing that. That's so cool. I absolutely love that, though. I love the fact that he is up there in that tower shouting to the sky. Like, quite literally doing what? Oh, that is probably the best thing I have found, and probably the best time for me to find it. Because this would explain it, and I could just imagine it being something that the entire world is used to. I think the reason why Dovahkiin, when they shouted Dovahkiin, was more important was because all four of them shouted together, and it was just this unrelenting force that broke the sky. But now to talk about what Sarah's going to think about on her way down the mountain and her way towards Whiterun. Has she become a dragon? Did she give in to the dragon? Would the Blades hunt her? Remember how Parthenex mentioned the fact that dragons have the will to power, the inborn nature to dominate. Sarra has become the leader of the College of Winterhold, the leader of the Thieves Guild, the leader of the Dark Brotherhood, the leader of the Companions. She's even become a great general in the Imperial Army. She has always fought for leadership. She has always fought to take power and control. She had always thought it was just what she wanted to do. But how many souls of dragons does she have inside of her? How powerful has she become? What shouts did she take on because they were just power to have? The power of Aetherius. The power of the dragons. So much power. Does she deserve to have that much power? Does she deserve to have the strength she has? The one thing I think Skyrim doesn't do very well is I don't think it does the challenge of that for the Dragonborn. The question of their nature and their morals. The question of who they are. Who is Sarra? She might be starting to ask that of herself. And the sad thing is, she may never know.